Hello fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, for Sunday, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And hope you guys really enjoyed yourself out there and your family your family event of celebrating Father's Day today. I had a very nice Father's Day today, fellas. I got supper cooking right now, you know, and I got a big old pot roast shaking right now, and I'll probably have that after this video gets loaded up and everything. Kind of took it slow today a little bit, cut the grass a little bit, and just kind of enjoyed the overcast day today. And it was nice today. Wasn't too sunny. It was just kind of overcast and warm, and it wasn't too bad weather-wise. But I'm still enjoying my day. Okay, guys, let's get to business now. This is video number 3 for the dedication build from Mr. Dave Mather, the Billing Boats Norske Love. This evening we'll have the final reveal for Isabella, so stay tuned for that, guys. I got about 2 more lines to rig and she's about done. And I got to get Martin's 410 going. I've been too busy in these ships, guys, and time flies when you're having fun. And talking about time, I put a lot of time in this Norske Love. I got about 60, I got about 60, I'd say between 60 and 70 hours so far on this thing since the last video. I'm going at it very slowly and do a lot of sanding in preparation for the finished wood. And later on this evening I should have ready for the planking tomorrow. But right now I got parts, I got a lot of it clamped down in some areas, let it dry when I take its course and before I do it. So there's no rush here, I'll take my time. So I'm going to try to make this into at least 7 months build straight, without letting go of this thing. Then as winter time starts getting down, I'm going to bring the Blue Jacket Portland steamer. I'm going to get that one shaking. So thus far, the Norske Love, I got the side shears all done, port and starboard, and I got 2 rubbing strakes. I got 4 rubbing strakes installed, port and starboard, and I got them installed. I got them pre-painted already. I sanded them real well, and I added some sand and sealer on there. And when the sand and sealer dried, I went and gave it a little light sanding and painted it black. So there's gonna be some paint on this thing. Not very much. Green, red, and black. That's all there is. And all these beautiful brass fittings will finish up the paint schedule. This thing will be all natural. Oh yeah, the waterline tallow, that's going to be painted white, so that too be painted. So those 4 colors right there is all it's going to be. Okay guys, before I added the shears on this thing, I went ahead and sanded down real well till it was nice and smooth. I added a couple coats of sand and sealer on the wood. When the sand and sealer dried, I went ahead again and gave it, using a straight edge, and gave it a good burnishing sanding. Then I gave it 3 coats of red paint. I mixed some red right here in this cup, using my special acrylic paints that I use. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're good for wood and good for paper. I'll make it good in plastics too if you're very careful. You just got to experiment with them. But I primarily just use them on wood and paper models. Good stuff. In view of using polyurethane, I gave the decks only 1 coat. You don't get no more. Then once it dries real well, I'm going to give the bulwarks just 1 coat of poly. It's semi-gloss polyurethane. And that's all it's going to get. And the hull is going to get 1 coat. I'm going to get this thing down to 1 coat of polyurethane, guys. I don't want to get this thing too glossy like Isabella. And so I'd be adding the polyurethane once the hull is completely all planked. Okay, guys, we're going to take the camera over here and take a look at what Frankie Day's done on this thing. And I'm taking my time on this, guys. I'm not going to rush on it. It's turning out very beautifully, and I plan in my sleep, before I go to sleep at night, I lay in bed and plan the construction of what I'll be doing next on this thing. I'm always planning something, because I'm deviating away from the instruction book. The instruction book is excellent. You follow that, you can't go wrong. But like I say, we get more experience you get building these things, you eventually deviate from the instructions and formulate your own form of construction. Okay guys, we'll take a look at Isabella. Okay, there she is right there, guys. Got a pretty plank. This is the starting part of the planking process. These are either called skins or side shears. I call them side shears. These are done port and starboard. Port and starboard. I got them both done. I did it at the same time together. That way I want no warps in the hull at all. And like I said, I sanded this well inside this bulwark right here. I sanded very, very well. And once the sanding was done, I dust off the old residue from the sanding of the wood, and I gave one coat of sand sealer. Then I just gave another sand when it dried, and went ahead and paint the red side there. These are ships of the line, such as in the 18th century. A lot of the bulwarks were painted red. Is that way the sailors won't be disillusioned in case of in battle. When a sailor gets wounded, his blood won't be splattered against the bulwarks, scaring the crew. It's all psychological. So actually, it's red right there to keep the sailors not aware that they'll be okay. So that's that right there. And of course, I got the decks all planked on this thing, like I showed you guys. I made individual planks with a tip from a Tommy. I used pencil on here. Pencil works best, guys. Like I mentioned in video number 3, never use this stuff. Never use, excuse me guys, I need to prepare myself a lot better than I do all the time. Never use these. Boy, I'm all thumbs today. Never use these felt tip markers, guys. These things right here, all they do is they bleed through the wood, and it looks ungodly terrible. I seen a guy do that one time, and my God, it looked like the caulkings of the deck. It looked like it was awful. It was oversized, and practically all you saw was black stripes. So using pencil method works very well. So, like I said, I use my balsa stripper right here. I said introduced on the Isabella video. I ripped me some planks using this. I gotta start investing in some better power tools, guys, if I can start building these things. The power tools I've got are very limited for what I use. I mean, I've got a Dremel tool, a couple of Dremel tools. I got a Mighty Mite saw, and I got a couple of good scroll saws here, and I got a lathe, which is good, but I'd like to get me some better tools, like for ripping planks and stuff like that, better bandsaws and things. So I'm going to probably be investing in that probably this year sometime. Go down there to Harbor Freight, or you gotta go to a flea market and get some good tools down there for my wood, for building wood. And I like to build some of these from scratch instead of using the kit. So remind you again, guys, this is a Billings kit, and this is an ancient kit. This is a 70s kit. One of my commenters asked me, what's the difference between the older Billing kits and the newer one? Well, there's miles difference. For one thing, the newer kit has all been redesigned, and it has the state-of-art laser cutting. This is the old school kit, designed by Mr. Eleanor Billing. This kit probably came out probably in 1966 when it first came out. But the first time I got one of these was back in the late 1970s. So this kit is probably the same vintage as the Norske Love I had in years past. I'd say 2077 or 78 vintage, definitely a 70s kit. And the difference is, these kit here from the older kit to the newer kit is that the older kit, everything is done by these right here, your hands. Cut, 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 cut. Saw, saw, saw. And always keep the straight edge here. Always use a straight edge. Doweling right there, I glued some sandpaper around it so I get in the nooks areas that have a curvature in the bow. This is good for sanding. So on this finish is really sand and smooth, guys, really is. Now, these areas right here is going to be trim wood across here, so they're going to be gone anyway. So I want to prepare this wood really well before I add more trim. The only trim I added on this, I did this for a reason. These are the rubbing strakes. I put on, starting from the bow, the cutwater, and wraps around all the way aft. The only reason why I use those rubbing strakes right there is that to keep this kit centered as I can construct it. That way, I know where I can mark my gun ports off, because if you mark the gun port, take measures off the plans and open up the gun ports. Well, this needs to be done before I do the planking, or it can be done last. It's optional. It gives me a good measurement to measure from my gun ports, shutter bays, and it also it just kind of finishes them all as you go along too. So that's all it's going to get. So once this whole completely planked and sanded and painted and ready for the coat of polyurethane, I'm going to go ahead and paint these areas right here. There's green up here, and also like rubbing strake, you got trim strips goes across here, which are black. You can see the red inside the bulwarks. Now going aft, see the same treatment. All the way back in this area here is going to be painted green again with black trim using the strips, 2mm strips to give you mahogany strips. They got to be sanded very carefully, sanded sealer, and using black. And it's going very well. I got the starboard side pretty much done, ready to see this flanking. Starboard side is precisely as that of the port side. I got clamps down here holding these rubbing strakes. I took all the measurements using my divider. Well, I was wondering where he went to. Always good to use these guys. Always take measurements on the plans. Always. Because it's got to be precisely as per plans. No matter if it's kit or scratch. It's good to have a pair of dividers you can take measurements. So I use these just to check everything all around the ship. Make sure everything is precise. Everything is exact. Symmetric of everything. That way I can cut my gun bays, open them up. Because I think I got about, I got 6 gun bays I got to open up in this kit. I can remember. The other ones are dummy bays. What they do is they just give you the outside of the framework, the brass framework, which acts like a closure. Inside's going to be painted black, simulating it. That was kind of like an engineering flaw. They're going to go all the way with the cannons. The kit, they should have use those cannons all the way, but they give you these dummy cannons. You got to drill a hole and glue your half cannons in there, but you got to add those little those shutter bay frames right there. They got to be installed. Inside, going to be painted black. Once it's dry, drill a hole, and just go ahead and add your epoxy your cannons or use super glue. And so I got 4 going to open up right here, and I got 2 on the bow section that I got to open up. And you got 2 open cannons in there. On the last one here, like I said before, you got dummy cannons going through there. And it's very smooth, guys. It's smooth. It really is. I can't feel no imperfections. You can see where it was joined, but it's sanded nice and smooth. Because right across that line right there where it was joined at and sanded very flush and smooth, I can't even feel it. It's smooth there, guys. They don't get any better than that. Keep doing it, you'll sand it through the wood and you're ruined. So black strip goes, 2 black strips go right across here. I just painted black, and your cap rail pits on top of here. And she's getting there, guys. She's getting there. So next video I should have the planking all done in this thing, or pretty well started, and other things too I'll be deviating from. So probably by end of next week, I'll probably be end of next week I'll be ready. I'll probably be ready for the painting the waterline and have it all planked. Once I get it all planked down here, it'll be all sanded smooth like this. Go ahead, mask. I can fill and use my special paint like I use in Isabella, and go ahead and paint the tallow on there and pull that tape off, and voila, and finish up the whole hull. And when it's drying right here with the paint, I go ahead and mask this off, paint the green, same thing after towards the poop deck. Then I go ahead and move the tape and finish up using polyurethane on here, and add the trim, and just keep working forward, work aft, add the rails, gratings, fife rails, belfry, cat heads, bore some holes for the hawse lip. A lot of work, guys, in this thing, a lot of work. As I reminisce back in the past, the old kit of this I had, it was just, it was a lot of work. Lots of work, and then some more. And you can add more to it if you'd like to add more detail to it and more time. Okay, that concludes that. Okay, guys, this is the conclusion of video 4 of Norske Love. It's about the first time I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube now probably about 3 or 4 years now, guys. You know, good grief, I really don't know. I've been a few years here, not as long as the old timers have been on there. And this is the first time I've really started through building a model, you know, until it's all done, like on the Isabella. Made 20 videos in that. So I'm going to try to make 40 videos in this, anywhere between 40 to 50 videos. And it's going to take all those videos to make this model. So every time I make a video, it'll be a different episode, construction-wise. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank Tommy again for the tips using the pencil method on the plank. Even though farting wind like me, guys, still learning. You'll never stop learning, no matter how good you are. Goodness has nothing to do with it. It's just learning. It's always good. It's always good to listen and learn, and get advice from people who give you constructive criticism at the time. Because you already got their interest at no end. All they want to do is see that model come looking real nice. And so the Norske Love is coming along real well. I'm very happy with her, and I'm constantly looking for flaws. If I see a couple, I get them right now. So right now, I got the starting stage before the preliminary stage before the planking models. Okay, guys, that concludes that. So when it's loaded up, I'm gonna have me some dinner. Then I'm gonna get that Isabella rig those two top gallant sail lines. Then she'll be ready for the final reveal. Then I can rest her on top of her permanent mount, top of the television set. But I can spend all the time on here. And we got next month. I got Martin's and Lawarn's Airfix. The tippy build, the sniffy tippy build coming up. All scales. Doesn't matter. It's 124, don't matter. 148, 144, 172nd, 132, it does not matter. Made from chewing gum, paper, card, plastic, or what. Join in, guys. We're all more than happy to have you on here, and this is great for the modeling community and kind of like a morale booster, and sharing our brotherhood and modeling. Okay, guys, time to get out of here right now. It's Frankie Day signing off. God bless you guys. Make Mama happy. I shall have video number 5. I have that shaken down. I think Sunday. It'll be Tuesday. I shall have another episode shaken on this. So I'm always planning all the time on this thing. Same thing as Isabella. You always got a plan, because the model will get to a certain stage. You know there's key elements that needs to be done. That'll save you time later on. That's why I added these 2 strips across here. There's rubbing strakes, and all you gotta do is get one coat of that polyurethane, and it'll shine up real nice. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. And again, happy Father's Day, and God bless you guys. And I love you guys. You guys take care, and make Mama happy always. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Frankie Day out of here, and catch you next vid. Bye, boys.